with the Los Angeles Chargers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Looking to throw on second down. McMillan. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. McMillan flushed out right. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He finds his man, complete. That's Cannon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Herbert. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Again, Herbert. Being chased out left. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. He finds his man, complete. That's Dawson. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score, Chargers 7, Broncos 0. Jake
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
To throw on 2nd down, McMillan.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
18, Mike, 18. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Looking to throw. McMillan. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnes. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Watch the screen. Mike 18, Mike 18. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. There you go. 18's the Mike. I'm here all day. Mike 18.
They go play action here on 1st down. On the move to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Chargers 14, Broncos nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
We got four.
Back to throw. McMillan. A pass for Sutton is intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. Here's 2nd and 10.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Herbert now. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Carlson able to put this one through.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Mike 18, Mike 18.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McMillan. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 25. Check 25. I go. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. Let's go one more. Jam. Kill.
Now they try the right side here. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful?
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dawson. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, McMillan. Yeah, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, McMillan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 2nd and 10.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike 18. Mike 18. Keep it up, defense.
Back to throw again. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
18's the mic. Go. Mike 18. Mike 18. You ain't going nowhere. Watch 18. 18's the mic. You got nothing today. 18 rattle. 18 rattle. 18. Mike 18. Too little, cupcake. Watch 18. 18's the mic. Come on.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have the Broncos first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Watch 18. 18's the mic.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Good job, fellas. Good job.
That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
Now it's Herbert. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Herbert. Flush to his right.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. McMillan. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the twins. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Cowboy 80. Slam.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Hassan Reddick able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. He'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
We're going to work.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
What we got? Mike 9.
On 1st and 10, McMillan. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver.
Watch 18. 18's the man.
Throwing again. McMillan. Finding room to the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Mike 27. I don't even know why this team showed up. Check your hot read.
And they'll run the end around here with Jeudy.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Off-play action. McMillan finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. McMillan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Thomas brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Chargers.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Herbert off the bootleg. Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Chargers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Carlson on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side.
Maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
To throw on second down. McMillan, and he slings one that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Broncos on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. McMillan.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They go play action here on first down.
This will be caught. Judy. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Operating from the gun, McMillan. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Broncos on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. McMillan. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
18, Mike, 18. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Watch 18, 18's the Mike. Check Mike, check Mike. Mike 18, Mike 18. Come on, you better bring it. Watch 18, 18's the Mike. Hey, we have you.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This is the tight end Fant. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
40 yards on the ground for him so far.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete there to Thomas.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
At the 42-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got his man. It's Williams. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Play action. It's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And you get a look at the final readout on air distance according to Next Gen Stats.
Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. On first down, McMillan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first down, McMillan. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
18's the mic. Ricky.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Watch 18. 18's the mic.
Off the play fake, McMillan. Throw left side, complete. That's Bush. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
On 1st and 10, McMillan. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Right there. 54 Mike.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Caught left side, Williams. Williams loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
18, Mike, 18. 19, Mike. Watch 18.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McMillan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Not today, you are. Not today. Hey, back in 60. Against the mic. Hey, I'm coming.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dawson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Hawk 70. Here we go, G.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chargers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a home date next week